Squirrel. Squirrel.
This is To Wit, a podcast about women in tech doing life. I'm Christy Campbell.
And I'm Melinda Smith. Welcome to a special episode of To Wit. It will be short, and you will know why.
I love that there was ice clinking while I was talking. That was my favorite.
I thought about that. I was like, is this too
Good
noisy while she's introing herself?
Get a straw, girl. Well, Melinda, it's been a minute. I mean, not really. It's been like a month, I think.
Yes,
I hope.
it has.
And we try to record every other week. And, it just hasn't been happening. Because we have things going on, and sometimes you're just not in the mood.
Well, you can't just not be on. It's one thing to be, I'm not in the mood, and I'm going to do my status report. You just do it. But like, if you're not in the mood and you're not on, like, nobody wants to listen to us be like, hey, so what'd you learn this week? Cool. Oh, sorry, I was distracted.
So, yeah.
Nobody wants to hear that. What'd you say? Who's on the line? Who just joined? So,
sorry, I was on mute.
Like a wonderful partner in crime and good friend, Christy could sense that I was feeling the feels. I stepped down from helping lead the Denver admin user group. And then within that week, Christy said, hey, should we do like a summer hiatus, or should we do like once a month, or what are you thinking? And I was like, oh my God, you read my mind. I have just been feeling, it's been kind of a progression, really. So it kind of started with me feeling like I wasn't experiencing like joy and happiness in the things that I usually do. So I was like, oh man, I must be depressed, because usually that's a huge indication of depression, is the things that make you happy aren't. And then Jean was in town and visited, and we went to lunch, and I said something to the effect of, is it crazy that you had to give up your group and MVP and all that to work for the mothership? And she said, no. She's like, it's nice to do just one thing. And that just kind of marinated and percolated with me. And I thought about it, and I talked to my therapist about it. And I think what it was is, it's not that those things don't bring me joy. It's that I don't have a moment that's mine. I'm either working or planning the conference or planning a user group meeting or figuring out when you and I can record, throw in being a wife and a mom and trying to be a good friend and a good daughter when my mom was in town. And it came to realize that if I had a down moment, I felt the need to fill it because I had stuff to do, and I shouldn't just be down. I mean, this also correlates with me being unable to sit down and read a book, but it was that. And then when my mom was in town, we went for a pedicure, and I just couldn't relax. I used to love those. And I was just like, let's fucking get through this. I got shit to do. And I was like, wow, really? You don't have anything to do. You're going shopping with your mom. Like, relax. And I just need to let go of things. I need to make room for a walk. I need to make room to read a book. I need to make room for creativity. I need to make room to breathe and come back to the things I love. And I need a break. I need a break. For all of those that love Dirty Dancing, where's Penny? She's on a break. She needs a break. Okay? I need a break.
What I think is funny is I think we both project this onto ourselves. Like, I wouldn't have suggested, if this still sparks joy for you right now, if I wasn't kind of like, well, do we want to record this week? Or, and I think there's certainly things, like you say, that it's hard to maintain and stay engaged and interested in the same things. So,
and this talking to you always makes me happy, but it's not just that. Like you said, you have to be on. So how many times have I texted you, can we just not? I just don't want to record. And then I got to figure out, is Josh home, or do I have to do it after she's in bed, which is, I mean, it's late. I know that 10:30 is not terribly, terribly late for you, but like, it's late, right? And
I mean, literally, we're trying to record like a 10-minute, this is why we're going to take a summer hiatus. And the other night I was like, I don't want to, like, I'm
feeling it.
I know, right? And and you at least have reasons. I have a dog.
That's a reason.
And beer. Like I didn't even, well, yes, sure, but I mean, it's not I am opting to read books and procrastinate and, somewhat be depressed and ADD, so that's an ongoing struggle, but um yeah, so basically, long story long, um we will be at Trailhead X.
Mm-hmm.
If you find us, we'll have stickers.
Mm-hmm.
Um but I think we're going to have a little Jomo phase.
Yes, this is what I'm calling my summer of less. SOL,
Oh,
which made
okay.
Amy laugh because she's like, I mean, that is, she's like, I know that is something else. And I was like, hey, I'm also down to be shit out of luck. Though remember, I taught my daughter that means straight out of luck. So hey, whatever works. Um, I, I just,
I mean, straight out of Compton, so
sure.
like, sure, that's close. That makes sense.
And I don't think this is not something. I don't want anyone to think we're not coming back. Like this does fill my life with joy. I need a break from obligations, and I think that I'll also feel a little bit better too after I get Ollie all situated with her camps. I've got like 3 or 4 that are asking for this and that, and it just is like I've never done a camp. They want someone immunization records. Other ones want like snail mail signed paperwork, and I'm like, oh my god. And then get through the conference,
Blood
yeah,
oath.
and get through witness success and just kind of breathe and um and maybe it percolates into another way to give back to the community. I've been kind of ruminating on that. I like the user group, but
Mm.
I guess it's all too much. It's all a lot. And when I can't relax and I can't breathe, and when my friends tell me you always seem so wound tight, I mean, I get I'm high strung, but it's hard to hear sometimes because you feel like don't judge me.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't care. If everyone's perception is I'm high strung and I don't give a shit about that. I really care about the fact that I notice in me that I can't relax. Like I'm incapable of it. And I used to laugh at people
Dude,
like
yeah,
that.
a boozy pedicure is a wonderful indulgence you should enjoy and
Nope.
not
I wanted
rush.
out of there faster. I wanted it done. If I couldn't check it off the list faster, I was like, I
Especially,
got shit to do.
except in my mind, it's partially because of free champagne, which is really stupid because I should just buy a bottle and stick a straw in it and I'd be fine. But for my $35 pedicure.
What do we think?
Um,
September?
well,
We'll be back. End of
yeah, when
August for
does
her,
school
but
start?
yeah, we can shoot for that. Everybody back in school.
Yeah, yeah,
Hey, and friends,
just
I want you all to know too that like we're not
summertime.
here. Somebody is feeling like I need a friend, I'm struggling with anxiety or my general well-being, or I need to complain to somebody about something stupid, or can I just virtually have a drink with someone? Like we're here. Like you can reach out to us. There's no reason we're not like gone. I just it'll just be a little breaky poo.
Just want a little less
Less. A lot
scheduled.
less.
So
Summer of
there you
less.
go. The summer of less. To make room for good things that make you relax.
Creativity and hone in on the things that, are more important or I don't know, I want to be better at. I told Jason, my boss, similarly what I was doing. And I said, I guess if I'm being really honest, this is kind of the hardest I've worked. And he's like, well, I'm not sure that's a good thing or a bad thing. Like, you worked for a really big consulting company. And I said, I know. I said, but it
Hmm.
was very siloed. I had one job or one project, and it was manageable in the sense that, there was a lot of times, or I managed people, which I wasn't on a project. And I was like, what is happening? I'm not doing anything. And now I feel like I'm doing good work, like quality work. I feel smart and like I'm doing good work. But because of that,
Yeah,
I don't
you're
have
using
a
more
lot of that.
brain.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
I pooped, and I don't have a lot more flexibility in the schedule. So then when I want to turn off from work, and I haven't put like one single thought into witness success or the user group, I'm like, oh crap. There's like I got to check emails now. I got to figure out what I dropped the
Hmm.
ball on. I was just felt like I was doing a lot of things shitty instead of like one thing well. So yeah, it's just kind of another good way to hone in.
I like it. I'm horribly bad at emails, so um, I can't judge at all. But we'll see you at Trailhead X. We'll see you at Witness Success. Christy, will be in Texas at Texas Dreamin'. What else is going on this summer? I can't make it to True
Yeah,
North,
no, it's right before Witness, so
but
I can't do that. I
there's
thought about
and then there's Forcelandia after Witness. I'll be there.
yes. Friends.
But in the meantime, stay witty.